Welcome, beautiful souls. This is Lotus and Light Studio. Before we begin, I want to remind you that these readings are not future predictions, nor are they meant to replace your own wisdom or life path. These readings are spiritual guidance messages received through the channeling of higher frequencies and divine consciousness. The purpose is not to tell you what will happen, but to help you understand what energies, patterns, and truths may already be moving within your life and soul. Today's reading may feel intense for some of you because energies connected are not soft energies, they are transformative frequencies. They are meant to expose where the soul is still sleeping inside temporary comforts, fear, ego, or spiritual confusion. So, as you listen, do not only hear the words intellectually, allow yourself to feel the energy moving through the space, allow the frequencies behind these teachings to reach the deeper layers of your awareness. And if you had question in your heart before entering this reading, allow these messages to become guidance from the divine source itself. And let's now start our first message. Let's see what energy we are connected with today and what message. Oh my goodness, we received two cards all together. It feels like these energies themselves refuse to be separated. So let's understand one at a time. The first one is mode of goodness. This energy speak about a type of pleasure that appears comforting in the beginning but slowly destroy our awareness, vitality, and spiritual clarity. As per the message, as per the energy, this is not merely about physical laziness or sleep. This energy speaks about tamasic entrapment, the state where consciousness becomes heavy, numb, addicted, emotionally dependent, spiritually confused, and disconnected from the inner fire. If you believe suffering comes only from pain, but according to this energy, one of the greatest danger is the false comfort. There are energies that do not attack you violently. Instead, they slowly make you spiritually unconscious, and this can happen through anything. Maybe emotional dependency, constant distractions, unhealthy relationships could be the cause of that. So, the dangerous part is that these states often feel safe, and the soul says, I'm comfortable here. I do not want to change. I do not want discomfort. I do not want transformation. But transformation is exactly what the higher self came here for. As per the divine whisper, that this tamasic state is deeply connected with blocked lower chakras and stagnant pranic movement. Energy stop flowing upward. Consciousness become trapped in repetition, and this is why you're repeating the same karmic cycles for years. And this energy is asking where you have mistaken your spiritual sleep for peace. And you have become exhausted from carrying those emotional burdens. Because of this exhaustion, the soul starts choosing numbness instead of healing. There's a difference between resting and spiritually shutting down, and this energy is warning us against that shutdown. In general, this tamasic pleasure is considered dangerous because it disconnects a person from Shakti, the living current of divine movement. When Shakti moves through life, there is a creation, as I always said, there is a transformation, destruction of illusion, and awakening, and there is an intensity in energies you feel. But tamas wants stillness without consciousness, so it wants unconscious comfort. This is why many souls fear their own awakening, because awakening destroy those false selves, right? For some of us, this card is showing you already know what is draining your spirit, but you're continuously returning to the same thing again and again. So this could be your relationship or a mindset or a fear or loneliness, emotional isolation. I don't know what it is, but you're returning to it again and again. Just break that cycle. This energy is not judging you, it is exposing those spiritual mechanisms behind that suffering. Now remember, not all pleasure nourish your consciousness. Some feed the body while they starve your soul, and modern society is heavily built upon those systems, right? So this energy is therefore asking, what are you consuming daily that weakens your spiritual fire? Because whatever weakens awareness eventually weaken your destiny. Your consciousness shapes your karma, and karma shapes your future experience. So if consciousness remains asleep, karma continues repeating itself. So that's a mode, it will continuously becoming a cycle. Some viewers may also feel guilt hearing this message, but this reading is not asking you to get into the guilt trap, it's asking for awareness. Now, let's see the second energy coming with this particular mode of goodness is the time of death. Wow. You see how these two are connected? This energy speaks about the movement the soul leaves the body, right? The time of death. But they also speak about the every moment of transition inside life itself, every ending, every transformation, every collapse of self, every spiritual rebirth. This energy says whatever consciousness dominates the mind at the moment of transition became the direction that soul moved towards, as we were talking about in a previous energy as well. This is extremely powerful because it means your repeated thoughts become your energetic pathways. Your dominant emotional state becomes your spiritual momentum. If fear dominates the consciousness long enough, the soul start perceiving reality through fear. If anger dominates the consciousness long enough, soul start attracting conflicts. And if devotion is dominating, then consciousness rise towards the divine alignment. This energy is saying that the final thought is not random, it is the result of what the mind practiced daily. This is why spiritual discipline matter. You cannot live in mess daily and suddenly expect inner peace during the moments of crisis. Mind returns to what it has been trained to worship. And worship does not only mean prayer, it means what you are continuously thinking about, what you are emotionally obsessed over, and what controls your inner world. That becomes your true deity. For some of us, this message is very important because many of you are unknowingly worshipping out of fear, pain, anxiety, or resentment. The soul slowly becomes shaped by what it repeatedly remembers. This is why Krishna speaks about remembrance. Remembrance is not only memory, it is energetic alignment. To remember the divine means to align consciousness with the higher truth repeatedly until it becomes natural. If you're entering major life transition right now, such as some sort of ending, career shift, spiritual awakening, or relationship transformation, this card is asking, analyze carefully what consciousness are you carrying into the next phase of your life after that ending, because transition amplifies whatever exists internally. So, if fear enters the doorway, fear grows. If awareness enters the doorway, awakening grows. This energy also explains why healing cannot remain intellectual only. Many people say, I understand spirituality, but if they are under pressure, their consciousness immediately fall into panic, anger, ego, or hopelessness. Why? Because consciousness was informed intellectually but not transformed energetically. So spiritual practices focus deeply on energetic repetition like mantra, breathing, visualization, disciplined awareness, rituals, devotions, and inner observations. And these practices slowly reshape the deeper subconscious layer. This energy, therefore, teaches your destiny is not shaped only by external actions, it is shaped by the vibration you're repeatedly becoming. So, for some of us, the divine is saying you're standing between two frequencies right now. One frequency belongs to the old self, which include fear, heaviness, attachment, emotional exhaustion, right? And the second belongs to awakening, awareness, surrender, courage, divine remembrance, and spiritual clarity. And if you see these two energies together, I think this is why these two energies came together today. The first energy exposed the unconscious attachment, and second reveals how consciousness shapes spiritual direction. Together, they form a complete teaching. What you repeatedly attach to become the energy you eventually embody, and this energy reveals one of the greatest spiritual law. Consciousness continues where attention repeatedly rests. This means your inner world is constantly shaping your spiritual direction. Remember this, that destiny begins in vibration before it becomes action. And the first the thought forms, then the emotions strengthen it, and then the repetition energy energizes it, right? Then reality slowly organizes around it. This is why uncontrolled thinking becomes spiritually dangerous, because repeated fear becomes energetic invocations, right? So And this energy is saying before entering the next chapter of your life, cleanse the consciousness first, because consciousness itself becomes a bridge between karma and liberation. So today's reading was not gentle energy, it was a transformative energy. As you all kind of feel that every thought become a seed, every emotion become a frequency, and every repeated frequency slowly become our destiny. So many of you, this reading is not about giving you a guilt, it's about awakening from unconscious living. So, thank you for sharing this sacred space with me today. May these energies guide you towards clarity, awareness, and deeper alignment with your soul path. And remember, these readings are not here to control your future or predict it, they are here to help awaken your consciousness. And if these messages resonated deeply with your spirit, allow yourself to sit with the energy for some time after this reading ends. Do not rush immediately back into noise or distraction. Thank you so much. Stay blessed, and we'll connect with you in the next reading.